Hello everybody and welcome back to ManniCraft with Black Dog Z. Alright, so where we left off yesterday is we were clearing some terrain. Now I just want to take the time to show you some things we did off screen. So if you look around, not much has changed. If you come over here, we've built another room. And we just put an extension on this room and it's made out of wood, stone. And I used a nice brick stone because I thought it looked nice. There are currently no windows in here, but we will eventually build that. So, as you can see, I've turned this into my Thaumcraft room. We've even got our things set up here for cooking and things like that. And we've actually got a few new researches done in the Thaumonomicon. So let's take a look at that, shall we? Alright, so I've got the Goggles of Revealing. So this will allow me to do lots of things, be able to see things like the flux and the aura nodes in the atmosphere, so we can see what's going on. That is something I do plan on building very soon, maybe even the next episode. This is the Wand of Excavation. I really want to try it. I don't want to try all of the wands once I research them all, but I did get this one researched, and so we'll have to give that a try as well. I also found the Boots of the Traveler. That is something I want to make just because I thought they were cool. We found our warding jars, which is good to see. We got our basic flux research done, which will allow us to make the infusion stuff. And it'll let us make our alembics. So we have our flux filters and our alembics in there. And this will allow us to store essentia. So basically when we're cooking up, we won't be releasing bad stuff in the atmosphere. This is the first thing I plan on making. The reason for that is because we don't want to see lots of wisps and things like that. I also got the golem animation core for perception. Found myself a stone, clay, and of course we already knew golemancy. So we got two new golems. We haven't researched this one yet, which I believe is the straw golem. There are three other animation cores that we have not researched yet. And of course we have not completed the third level yet. That's perfectly fine. Think that's all we've found. Yeah, it looks like it. But with that, we should be able to get started actually creating stuff, because we got our alembics and our warding jars and things like that. We got our golems, so we can start making some of the stuff in Thaumcraft. Now unfortunately we're not going to be doing that this episode. I just wanted to show you guys what we had done there. So as you can see, we have this new room that's in front of where my bedroom was. Now the reason we have that is, of course, we cleared out some area last episode. So let's take a look at that. As you can see, I used most of the area that we had built up here to build this room. Now beside it, there's still tons of open area. And as you can see, I've even cleared out a little bit more. Looks pretty nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back here to where you see our cows over here and our sheep. How many cows we got? We got a lot of cows now. I bred some cows, got our sheep there, a couple of breedings, not too many. Those are just some sheep I captured off screen. Alright, so we got our two different farms that aren't currently running, but you'll see here we haven't made any progress on here. The reason for that is because we're just trying to figure out what section of it to build next. It does take some time to get everything set up. Alright, and back here you'll notice I cleared out a huge area. And this is because I want to do some farming. So if you come back here, you'll see that I even got a lake. We're going to have to fix that. And there's some random zombie flesh back here. And of course there are some underground mines and stuff that we had been in previously. See, as you can see, there's some torches back there. There's torches in there. So we had been all through here once before and lit it up and checked it out. And that takes us actually right into the other territory that everyone else is in, where they built their stuff. Alright. So, now on to what I was going to show you for today. Today probably isn't going to be a super long episode, but I wanted to take the time to show you guys what we had made. I didn't mean to fall in here, but that means we're going to go this way. Alright, so now we could work with this area, but we're not going to. In fact, we're going to end up in a Miscraft world. And the reason for that is because we need to get some mining done. But it's not going to be your usual type of mining that you see me do, where we sit there and we mine away and mine away and mine away. Now, I think it's time that we've improved our mining. Now I've made a couple of items that should help us improve that. You'll remember that we made our diamond, no, where is it? Oh yeah, it's charging. So you'll remember that we made our diamond drill. And so I wanted to fully charge that here so that I could show you the rest of the recipe. Now I've also made a few other items. 3 iron gears, an advanced circuit, 2 gold gears, and 2 diamond gears. So let's grab all that, and let's go ahead and put it together here. So, we'll go here. We'll just take our diamond drill and we just put it down here in the bottom center. Diamond gears on both sides of it. And for those of you not sure how to make diamond gears, you'll see that it's a gold gear with 4 diamond around it. Now gold gears are going to go here and here. If you take a look at gold gears, that's actually an iron gear with 4 gold around it. Now we have 3 iron gears, which go like that. And iron gears, of course, you've seen me make before. This is just a stone gear with 4 iron around it. And for those of you who haven't seen it, you'll be able to see, that's not what I wanted to do, that a stone gear is just a wooden gear with 4 cobble around it, and a wooden gear is just 4 sticks in those corners. So as you can see, there's a lot of products going into making a diamond gear. You got 4 sticks, 4 stone, 4 iron, 4 gold, and 4 diamond. So there's a lot of resources in these diamond and gold gears and such. And then we take our advanced circuit, which you've seen me make before. It's just a regular circuit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to press that. It's a regular circuit surrounded by lapis, glowstone, and redstone. And of course a regular circuit is just copper wiring on either side, redstone on those sides, and a refined iron in the middle. And of course you can build it this way as well, not a huge issue. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can use aluminum, or you can use electrum instead of glowstone. Sorry, redstone. So those are your basic options that you can do for the circuits. And then what we get is a quarry. Now this will allow us to mine at a nice rate without having to actually mine. So now there's a few things that we're going to need for the quarry. So let's go ahead and grab those. We're going to run it on peat, so we're going to need this peat here. This will just get us started. We have a lot more downstairs. And we'll probably have to get our peat farm going again in order to make it work. Now if I go over here, I believe, we've got, I'm looking for it. Nothing in that one that we want. Okay. And nothing in that one that we want. Alright. So we just got to find the rest of the equipment that we built. We sent it in one of these chests here for you. There's a lot of equipment, so we had to put it in multiple chests. Here we go. 8 peat-fired engines. This will allow us, of course, to have the peat that we need in order to get things taken care of. The other thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and grab some golden transport pipe, cobble transport pipe, and iron transport pipe. And the reason for that is because we need to pipe stuff out of the quarry and put it in a chest. And then last but not least, we need these landmarks. The landmarks will tell the quarry where to dig. Alright, so we got our basic supplies here. The only thing that we don't have are some redstone torches. So we'll have to go ahead and make those. So let's go ahead and do that. That should be really simple. So we should just be able to go like this. And go 1, 2, 3. Bam. Alright, now I'm going to need a few more than that. So grab 4 more sticks. 4 should do it. So now we got 4 redstone torches to go with all this other stuff that we have. We've also got 2 redstone energy conduit that will allow us to pipe our peat energy into the quarry. Now, a quarry, again, will accept a lot of energy, a lot more than it used to, but will allow us to dig really, really quickly. Now, the other thing that we're going to need is a chest. Now, I saw a chest in here, I believe. No, it was the one out here, wasn't it? That's where we saw it. There it is. So let's go ahead and upgrade that chest, because that little tiny chest there is not going to do us a whole lot of good. We need to upgrade it. Now we've only got 4 iron in here, so we'll need some more iron to do that. And we should probably grab some more iron for that anyway. Alright, so to build these 8 peat-fired engine, it basically took all of the copper that we had because we needed to get everything set up for that. And we don't have enough gold either. Is there any gold in here? Yep. Alright. Now there we go. We have a gold chest, and I think that's what we're going to use for now. Although we do plan on replacing it with an ender chest that will go into our ender system. But unfortunately, we don't currently have any ender pearls. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make do without it. Now if I take a look, do I have any gates? Or will I have to tell my system to make some? Alright, it doesn't appear that we have any gates. So let's go ahead and build a redstone chipset. If I go ahead and click this, it should turn on. There it goes. We do need to build some more of these at some point, but again, once we get the resources we need from our system, we'll be able to do that. Alright, so that's going to build that, and because this is chunk loaded, we can actually travel off. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, the downside here to this mining age is it's not currently chunk loaded. So we are going to have to get a chunk loader if for some reason the quarry's not able to do it. As far as I'm aware though, the quarry still self-chunk loads, so we won't have to worry too much about it. Let's go ahead and turn our map on, because it turns off sometimes. We'll take a look around here. And judging by what I see, over there is probably our best bet. So let's head on over. Jump the hole. Very unsafe to do so, by the way, because that hole actually leads to your death. So I'm thinking, usually like to have a little water in these. Oh. Apparently the server decided it was going to crash. Alright. So, let's see what's going on here. Wonderful. Alright, so it looked like as soon as ArcLight joined the game, it crashed the server. So, we'll be right back, and we'll figure out what the heck is going on. Alright, and welcome back, everybody. So it looks like ArcLight was having some issues because he was mining right near a starfisher, and there are some issues with when things try to go through teleporters, and this, of course, is the same for starfishers. And so I informed him he's got to be a little more careful about that kind of stuff because there are still some issues. And he was okay with that, so now we're back to recording ours. And I told him, just be careful where you're mining. You don't want to accidentally go into a starfish or anything like that. And he was okay with that. Alright. So right here's the edge, so we're actually just going to put that there. I'm going to need another block. Oh wait, I have cobble. If we jump up on the lily pad, we should be able to put that there. Alright. Now, you can go by 64 by 64, but I don't plan on quite going that large. And the reason for that is because if you go that large, you'll have issues with how long it takes to mine. So I'm just cutting that in half. And so it's going to be 64 by 32. And that should allow us to mine it and get to the bottom at a decent speed. Once we have enough materials, we'll probably do a 64 by 64. But at this point, I just want to try to get as many materials as possible. So that'll do that. And you'll see it automatically put in the height. And you'll notice that it plans on keeping 15 chunks loaded. So that's good. It appears that the loader is still working for that. So that means that this thing will mine, as long as you keep it in the same chunk, it'll store everything and get everything back for you. Ah. Dang mouse. Hasn't done that for a couple of episodes, and now all of a sudden it started doing it again. Not a big fan of that. Alright, so as you can see, this is the area we plan on mining. So, it's real simple. Now that we got our landmarks back, we can show you how it works. So we got our miner set up here. We're just going to break some grass, Should have brought one of those RedPower sickles with me. And I'm just going to do this and this. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can actually take our peat-fired engines, like that, like that, like that, like that. Apparently we can't quite put as many as I wanted to. Oh. Luckily we brought our crescent wrench. Okay, knock that so the power's going in. Oh. I want to knock this one. Apparently you can't. And of course we no longer have our mining tools, so this could be difficult to do. Give me one moment here. Alright. I don't think it actually makes a difference, but I'm planning on going down here anyway. So we can put our other set of engines. And so we should be able to knock that and put that way. And then we can put our engines down. So we do that, and that. Oh. And then we knock that way. Alright, so now what we should be able to do is we should be able to reach all the engines now. And I'll have to knock this down one. And we can, oh, I always forget, you can't touch it with that. So then we can take peat and put it in all the engines. And I'm pretty sure one of these engines doesn't have peat, but we'll be able to figure out which one it is fairly quickly. I don't know how this one got peat in it, or oh, it didn't. Alright, there we go. So now they all have peat, so now the only thing that we need to do is we just need to set up a system so that they can get power. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to do that, and then that, and then I can actually put redstone torches on those. Now I know this isn't the right tool, and it's going to take a moment, but because we don't have a pick of any kind, we're just going to have to use it. It seems to be a little bit faster than using your hand at least. Alright, so let's go ahead and put some redstone torches down. We're going to put a torch here, and here, and then we're going to put a torch here. Oh, apparently we can't do that. Okay. But we can put a torch here. And a torch here. And that will get all of our engines going to set this thing up. Now each engine will produce about 1 Minecraft joule a tick until it heats up. And we'll see how that works out. I think they might go up to 2 after. So we'll let that get started. Now the first thing it's got to do is it's got to clear out any terrain. And you should see it starting up here soon. There should be a laser going. We'll see, maybe he's down here already. It's a fairly big area, so we kind of got to look out for it. So we're just going to head down here. Nope. Alright, we're just going to steal these cactuses while we're here. Because they're just going to get mined if we don't. And destroyed. Oh, I see what our problem is. Heh. Alright. Looks like we're going to have to fix this somehow. Let's go ahead and quickly... Do I have any sticks? No. Let's quickly get a tree. Because I see what the problem is. Wasn't thinking. That should be enough wood. Just so we don't have to head back, of course. We'll take our wood, put that in there. Get ourselves a crafting table. We'll actually just set the crafting table right here. And get some more wood. Get some sticks. And build a pick. The reason we're building a pick is so that we can take down one of the engines and change that. I realized we weren't giving it any power. Now we want to double check to see if this is actually storing power, if it's still giving it. Alright, it still seems to be giving out power, which is perfect. That's what I was hoping would happen. So let's go ahead and put this peat-fired engine back on here. And give it some peat. Now, unfortunately, that engine's going to have to start over. But at least it'll get going. So there we go. As you can see, it's starting to clear the terrain away, actually at a pretty good pace. Okay, and now that I have this pick, I can actually do something here that I wanted to do. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do our tubing. So now if I just go like this, I should be able to go... Oh... I hate the fact that you're there. Yeah, that's what I thought might happen. Okay, so we're going to have to do an iron tube first. And then a gold tube. Gold tube. And then we can actually just put our chest right here. And then we just need to whack the iron tube so it's pointing in the right direction. Now this system should automatically spit out its items, and they're going to go into this gold chest here. And as soon as this is built, we will go ahead and take a look at what's happening. Alright, so we will be right back as soon as this is done building. Okay. We'll give it a minute. Alright everybody, and welcome back. So as you can see, it's already started mining. Came back just as it started mining. And we can just follow it along here. We'll see that it's sucking it up at a pretty good rate. Almost as fast as we can walk. So once it starts getting to the harder stuff to mine, it shouldn't have an issue keeping up. You'll see it going along here at a pretty good pace. Hey, look at that, some wall sands. And so it's just going to pick up all this top stuff and it's going to stick it all in the chest for me. And so if we go back and take a look in the chest, we should see items just dumping in there, not a problem. Perfect. So far we've got 19 cracked sand, 2 dirt, and a bunch of regular sand. And that's because we chose a semi like desert wasteland area. And the reason we decided to do that is because we wanted something fairly flat. Our next area will actually probably be one of those hills over there, or over there, or over there, because we want to make sure that we get plenty of hills so that we can get lots of copper. Because unfortunately we're at 64, so we're not going to get too much copper from this. Because copper mine's a little bit higher. We got some trees over here though. So we'll grab those. I'm actually just going to plant the trees. Trees won't plant on that. Okay. That's alright. There we go. Planted the trees. So those will grow up to become actual trees. You can't say we're not green, at least somewhat. Alright everybody, I want to apologize. That's all the time we have for today. That was episode 30. I hope you did enjoy that. Remember to comment and subscribe and let us know what you thought of it and other things that you'd like us to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll answer them as best I can. Have a good evening.